All right, my magical friends, welcome to Back to Bodies, Back to Basics. July. So if you could, Maureen, yay! So if you guys could have anything out of today, what would you like to get out of it? And I do have something I want to talk about to start, but
I just listened to your call about Addicted to Heavy, which was amazing, amazing. And so I'd like to know, I do that sometimes. I will follow something thinking it's light, and it takes me in a direction I don't want to go. So I have a feeling I'll be asking those questions. So I guess I'd like to know if there's where the places where I'm addicted to heavy or following heavy where I think it's light with my body.
whew, everything that is times a godzillion. We just try and uncreate it, please. Woo.
Yeah.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys and yens. That's such a cool energy because it's so true. And it's sort of, before anyone else goes, because it's so loud in my world, is the conversation I wanted to have with you guys was like really truly being willing to let go of any reference points for your reality, right? And so we've been doing this Feel Your Future, which tomorrow's the last day. We did 30 days. I've never done a course like this where we do Monday through Friday an hour, and then the weekends integrate. But it's like it's been so cool because it's like no matter where we are, we end, and then it's like we know we're picking back up the next. But on the call today, we're creating a year-long Feel Your Future. And I'm like, oh my God, what's that going to be like? So, but on there, what we talked about this morning is so often we're trying to figure out what's true for us based on everything we see in this reality. So like Caroline, when you're like, I want to totally obliterate what's heavy, where am I choosing heavy as what I think I need in order to create my body versus how can I actually destroy? Because if we look at this reality in regards to bodies, does this reality have gratitude for bodies? No, this reality has gratitude, and I'm going to call it gratitude, even though it's a lie, from this reality, which is the rightness of how to do a body. Right? And so when you're functioning in right or wrong, there's no room for gratitude because right or wrong requires judgment, and you can't simultaneously have judgment and gratitude. And so if you look at your body, have you created your body based on judgment or based on gratitude?
Judgment.
Yeah. And so is judgment addicted to heavy?
Yes.
Right. And so anything you go to look at actually has to have heavy as a priority because you're functioning from the only way I can change my body is through something that matches judgment. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So how many of you are trying to create your reality based on getting it right? Which totally requires judgment. Which is cuckoo. So everything that is times a godzillion, can you destroy and uncreate it, please? Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Right. And so, like, Caroline, your reality, does it have judgment in it? When you're truly being you, do you have judgment in your reality?
No.
No. How much gratitude and curiosity do you have in your reality?
A lot.
Right, which is why SOP is probably like, because that, like, you, like, yes, people may ask stupid questions during an SOP class, but Dane is an energy where it's like, no judgment, no separation, like let's play. And what SOP brings to the table is like, and Dane taught me this, it's like you can't facilitate, like if I were to have a session with you today, Caroline, and then have a session with you tomorrow, I literally would have to be in the curiosity of who am I today, who are you today, and what can we create together, with no, yes, using information from the past, but not functioning from the past as a reference point. And 99% of our lives have been from let's function with the physical body as a past reference point. Woo, 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 woo. And so is there gratitude in past reference points? No. Gratitude is one of the very few energies that requires a presence of being in the now. Because like I can think of energies from my past where every time I look at that energy, it's like my whole body's flooded with gratitude, and it brings me where? To the past or the present moment? The present. Mm-hmm. So what present moment, how do I ask this? It's almost like what past reference point of gratitude can you elicit, yes, that, whatever, to invite a present moment of the lightness with your body. So is like when we're looking from that place, there's no answer. And how much have you spent your life and I'm saying you, but like how much have we all spent our whole lives looking for the answer with our bodies? That's like someone coming to you, Caroline, and saying, tell me the answer I need in order to make you my wife. And you'd be like, you're not for me, buddy. But every day, or lady, whatever, like every day, we're trying to find the answer to our bodies. Mm-hmm. There is no answer. And that's the addicted to heavy, is thinking there's an answer versus what's the possibility today. Wow. So everything that doesn't allow that, will you destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yes.
Wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys. So Caroline, my invitation to you would be to ask the question, will I be happier after?
Okay.
With every choice you're looking at, because that'll take you out of where heavy has been the answer.
Okay.
So will I be happier after I go on this hike? Wow, that's light, because the hike might not be light. Like Duke yesterday, we biked, and I mean, he's 7 and he's on this tiny little bike and he has tiny little legs, and he biked, 1,000 vertical feet over 5 miles. And like, he was crying. Like there were moments where I was like, oh no, this is not going to be good. Right. And I was like, buddy, you got it. You're almost there. You guys. He's like, oh, my back, oh, my legs. Like, and he literally is crying, threw his bike on the side of the road, threw a little fit, like we had to have some chocolate and some raisins and feed him some sugar. We got to the top, and on his way down, he was going 25, 30 miles an hour, permanent smile. Like, Mom, I've never gone this fast on a bike. This is, oh my God. And then he's like, this is really freaky, because the bike's like, he's like, I'm like, oh my God, don't fall. But I'm saying that because the process of that experience for him was not fun. Afterwards, he couldn't get that smile off of his face. And so a lot of times we will choose things we're like, oh no, it's heavy. But we're not looking at, will I be happier after I choose this? So asking that question with your body will probably invite and open the door to some new possibilities. And you guys, this is true not just with body, but it's also, it gives you a window into your reality. So your reality, how many of you have been looking to other people for a frame of reference of what choices you could choose for your reality? Right? Like, yeah, this comes with business, this comes with relationship, this comes with body. It's like, do you, like, if you looking at other people's realities and then trying to fit it to your realities, does that limit the choices you have available? A lot. Right? And so one of the things I've been doing for the last 30 days based on Feel Your Future, which is, what is my reality? And I gotta tell you, it's been uncomfortable because it goes against what everyone else says. Like literally, I'm like, oh my God. So if my reality literally goes against what everyone, and not from rebellion, not from fuck you, not from this is what I'm choosing, more like, wow, my whole life I've made choices based on what other people told me I should do. And so I would either align and agree, resist and react, or create my own conglomeration in between the two choices. Versus if we literally have no reference point for choice, what's actually available to choose? And that's a really different reality to function from. Everything that doesn't allow that times the Godzilla, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. That's really cool, Caroline. So it's like going, it's so there's a couple steps in here, which is one, destroying and uncreating every reference point you've ever had on your body. So would you guys like to kind of go through that right now? Would that be a contribution to all of you? Okay, so if we look at every frame of reference from 0 to now, so from the day you were born and even before you were born, every frame of reference you've had for a physical body and the being you chose to be in that physical body, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Wow. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, Bernadette earlier, sorry, missed your comment, which is, she says, or not getting it disastrously wrong. Right. Getting it disastrously wrong requires judgment. So you guys will do everything possible to avoid getting it wrong, but you're still choosing heavy. Because avoid getting it wrong requires a judgment. Anything you choose from judgment is heavy. Oh, dear Lord. So everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. So on top of destroying and uncreating all the reference points, can we also destroy and uncreate all the projections, expectations, separations, judgments, and rejections we have on the body, and that have been implanted and explanted on our bodies for how we're supposed to operate as a female, because it's all females on this, right? As a female or male, because how many of you are carrying imprint of when you were male into a female body? What if there was no reference points for your sex? Wow. That's really cool. So everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion, can we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Yeah, so Bernadette says, I didn't realize I always function from, will this avoid the disaster that's hovering just around me, waiting to strike? Exactly. How many of you are waiting for your body to fall apart? How many of you are waiting for your body to gain weight? How many of you are waiting for you to get more wrinkles? While simultaneously trying to avoid that as your reality, that's what you create as your reality. Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Holy Mother of God. So all the implanted and explanted realities that were projected, expected, separated, rejected, and judged onto you and your body, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Oh my God. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pod, all nine shorts. Was it so on 3? This is hilarious. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. So it's like if you had no past reference points, because here's the deal, is sometimes we'll even go into judgment to try to avoid past reference points. Right? It's like a woo woo. Everything that is times the godzillion, we destroy and uncreate. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts. But yeah, we'll go into judgment to avoid past reference points because they're like, oh no, that's the past. So like so when I ask the question, if there were no reference points, what would I choose for my body today? I'm still going into a judgment in some way.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pod, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So because so when I asked that question, I was like, wow, if I had no frames of reference for what to choose for my body, what would I choose? I went, apple pie. And then I watched my head go, wait, but is apple pie going to contribute to my body? So it's this weird, rather than just like, would my body even choose food? Right? So it's a very interesting place to function from no reference point. Because even the body requiring food is a reference point, not a choice. And so here's a question, which is, what reference points are you obligating on you and your body to choose? Holy cow. So everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Wow. Yeah. Bernadette says the obligating has a big charge. And my friends, this is the invitation of, if you were willing to be curious about what your reality is. Your reality with relationship, your reality with bodies, your reality with business, your reality with money. It doesn't look like anything that is literally like, if Elon Musk would have functioned from his reality based on what exists, Tesla wouldn't exist, Solar City wouldn't exist, like a rocket to Mars or wherever he went, I think it's Mars, right, wouldn't exist. because he'd still be functioning from, well, is that acceptable? Should I do that? Can I do that? Like, he launched a rocket to Mars in the middle of a pandemic when everybody else was financially freaking out. And he's like, I'm going to throw a party because I just did something no one else has done on the planet. His reality. And I think I've said this before. I personally know him. I've been at parties with him, and he is the craziest person I've ever met in my life. He also is the most socially awkward because he doesn't know how to have normal communication with someone. Like, don't bother asking him about the weather. He would literally walk off in the middle of you asking him that question, unless it applied to how it would affect his rocket launching to Mars. So imagine what it would be like really, truly being curious about what your reality is. The truth is, most of us don't actually know. Or we do know, we just haven't been willing to know that we know. And that's actually lighter. So, Caroline, do you know what your reality with your body is, or does your body know what your reality with your body is? Or both?
My body knows, I don't know.
Yeah, but your body does.
Yeah.
So what's required for you to listen to what your body knows? Or even more, what's required for you to choose? Ooh, that's lighter. For you to choose what your body knows.
Getting allowance.
Yeah. So for each of you, what's required for you to choose what your body knows? What's required for you to choose what you know about money? What's required for you to choose what you know about business? What's required for you to choose what you know about relationship? Totally different possibility available. If I choose this, will I be happier afterwards? And we're done. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, Bernadette, I just keep going back to Bernadette's comment of the obligating had a big charge. Yeah, most of us have been obligated to fit into this reality. We self-obligated ourselves because we're like, we don't fit, we're different. So I just wrote a quick post this morning sharing, like on my Facebook post this morning, popped a memory of being in Dublin with Duke. I went on a month-long trip through Europe and facilitated all these classes all over Europe, and Duke came with me, right? And I was like, wow, that was my reality 3 years ago, and it was so easy. Working, having a 5-year-old at the time, or yeah, he was 4.5, traveling all over Europe, hopping on planes, going on trains, living in hotels, eating whatever we wanted. It was easy. And I was like, what if that is your reality? Own reality, what would you be choosing that had no reference point of if it's acceptable in this reality? Most of us are filtering it through whether or not it's acceptable in this reality. Who frickin' cares? Because if you guys were creating your body from who cares instead of what's acceptable in this reality, what would be possible? Yeah. Well, I think that's a meme or a SoundCloud clip or something, the last like 5 minutes, whatever that is. But if you guys were creating a business from who cares, like Elon, and I use him a lot because he literally, yes, he has feelings, and yes, he gets emotional, and yes, it frustrates him when people like judge him, or but he's like, at the end of the day, who cares if I didn't have to make any of my choices acceptable to this reality? That's a pretty cool place to function from. If nothing that you chose had to fit into this reality. Yes. Wendy says, so many of my friends find it unacceptable that I'm on the access calls. Exactly. But Wendy's like, who cares? I'm going to have my cake and eat it too. Yeah, please, Wendy.
My answer to a lot of people when I was growing up, like, how can you wear that outfit? Well, when you start paying for my clothes, you can tell me what to wear. And it's like, when you start paying me for calls, you can tell me what calls I can go on. But until then, I'm doing what works for me.
Yeah, well, you could also respond to them, well, if you don't want me on these calls, then you could pay me money.
Oh, I'll try that one. Thank you.
Not that you would choose that, but you could still see if they'll pay you money.
Yeah, they're projecting on me that I'm going to spend all my money, and then where am I going to be? I'm going to have to sell my house. And my answer is, I got made redundant and was unemployed for 2 years, and I already knew what I could sell to keep the roof over my head. So tell me something I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys have anything else? I think I might have fried you guys after. I mean, it's a really cool conversation. Cool. So Maureen's saying when the past reference point is fixing, so keeping adrenaline pump going, what would it be like to just ask for what I know? Yeah. Like, so you could ask your body. So part of it is letting go of any of the past reference points, like that your body even needs to have an adrenaline pump. Like, do mermaids have adrenaline pumps? Nope. So how much of like some of the stuff that you guys have been dealing with your physical body is you trying to have a reference point for what everyone else says is your body's reference point? So, wow. Because how much of what we've created is literally us creating something based on what everybody else tells us, which isn't our reality, right? Like Maureen, all the stuff that you've been navigating, is any of it your reality with your body? None of it. You just got like 10 years younger in your face, which is not that you always look younger, but like, it's like almost all of the problems that we've self-created is us trying to fit into somebody else's reality, this reality, all of that stuff. So can we dissipate anything around that and eradicate the, yes, exactly. So all the reference points for adrenals, adrenaline pump, metabolism, aging, wrinkles, weight loss, physical youth, exercise, muscle, bit, like all the frickin' eradicate and eliminate all the fixed reference points of what it means to have a physical body and how your physical body should act in this reality, on this planet, in this lifetime. Can we just draw non-creative, please? Wow. On three. Whew. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, on 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, and then 13. Let's jump tracks, because what would it be like to have your reality with your body? Not your reality through this reality. Not your reality through judgment. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? Your reality, which is, holy crap, on 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13, 13, 13. Wow, that is so crazy. There's like an energy opening up in my back I've never felt before. That's really cool. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. What else is possible? Great question. I must, yeah. So Bernadette says, I must only create through other points of view because I have no clue about my reality. Well, having no clue is the perfect place to start, because it's like, what's light to choose? Will I be happier afterwards? Yes, that's my reality. Will I be happier afterwards? Yes, that's my reality. Will I be happy afterwards? Yes, that's my reality. So can we open the door on 4? You are so welcome, Bernadette. You don't need to fucking have a clue, because having a clue is using a past reference point. Having no clue is no reference point. Will I be happier afterwards? On 4, opening the door. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Holy cow. Awesome. Yeah, that just made me happy. I, you know what? And I like, what else is possible? I never end calls early, and I'm like, I think we just got everything that we need to get from this call, because it's like that, because anything that, ooh, I just totally cracked my nail. Anything that we look at, it's like, will I be happier afterwards? That does not need a reference point. That requires choice. If you didn't have adrenals, would you be happier afterwards? Like if you didn't have, right? Like what if there was no such thing as weight, or like, I don't know. It's just a really cool place to function from.
Do you know what's really cool about it is that it brings back that energy of like, it's a blessing having a 2-year-old or a child in your life, because that's where they function from. It's like, in this 10 seconds, is this going to make me happy? Cool. I'm done. What's the next thing? And what's the next thing? And it's just that. And it's so expansive and it's so simple. And we lack that simplicity.
So what choices are available to me today to be happier afterwards?
I'll drink to that.
Okay. On 4, let's open the door, my friends. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. And I think we'll call it good. And I would say listen to this again and again, because it is what is your reality. Nobody else can give you that information.
This is such a cool call.
I'm surprised more people do not choose this, because we're about to increase the price on this, but you guys are grandfathered in at the monthly that you've been paying. And yeah, we're looking at what else is possible. So my friends, Caroline, enjoy SOP, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you so much. Adore you all, and see you soon.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Bye, everybody. Bye.